So in my last video, I spoke about why April being black in this film is perfectly fine and we should definitely not be hating on it this soon in. So I would definitely recommend you go watch that video and subscribe, because this is the start of a new Ninja Turtles channel, which I'm going to be talking about pure TMNT. Let's get into it. So Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is coming out. I'm a huge TMNT fan. I've been since I was a youngin'. Like, Ninja Turtles was my first like really big fandom. Ninja Turtles has always had a big place in my heart, but I have been looking forward to this film for the longest so I could get back into my TMNT love. Here we are, Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and there's so much to be enjoyed about this film. As a huge TMNT fan, I haven't nerded out over TMNT in a hot minute, so I might gush a bit in this video, but all my TMNT lovers, I hope you gush with me. I hope you guys are doing amazing today, having a blessed day today, smiling, staying positive. Let's get into it. Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. This trailer was amazing. The turtles in this film are so lively and they're played by teenagers, which is something we've really been needing to see. We've had renditions that feel like teenagers, like the 2012 series. That was a very good rendition in which I feel like they did seem as teenagers and act as teenagers, but they didn't necessarily sound as teenagers. But here, all of them sound like teenagers, even Leo, which is going to be amazing, not only just for this film so that you can see how immature they are and how young they are and see this really young and vibrant version of the turtles, but also so that you can see them grow, because we see flashbacks in TMNT where you see the mutagen grow and it's kind of shadowed out where you get to see their different sizes and stuff. But here we're gonna be able to see them mature as characters and also grow into their fighting styles and their combat, which I'm definitely excited to see with Raph and Leo, because if we get sequels, then Leo is going to have a really good arc of having to become a leader, and the mistakes that he's going to make along the way, his teachings by Splinter, it's going to be very good, and I'm very excited to see how they handle Leo in this version of the Turtles. And Raph, because his anger has always been a key part of his personality, and the way that they're going to handle him and as he grows, because right now he's going to have that anger, but it's a lot more innocent. As he grows, seeing that anger become a lot more ruthless, that's gonna be very good. And Raph has always been one of my favorite turtles, so I'm excited for that. Also, with this being Mutant Mayhem, we got a lot of mutants coming up, which I'm very excited to take a look at and see, and especially in a theatrical form. Oh, this is gonna be so good, because they got some bangers. They have Superfly, which I would assume is Baxter Stockman after he gets mutated, obviously, but the fact that Baxter Stockman is played as someone different than Superfly is pretty interesting, because they picked Ice Cube to play Superfly, which isn't really like Fly-like. So I feel like with some of the casting in this film is definitely a lot more for comedy and name factor, but Superfly, that's gonna be sick. We got Baxter Stockman, which isn't a mutant yet, but he's gonna be Superfly, and he is played by Giancarlo. I'm not going to say the rest of his name because I already know I messed up the first name. But that is really, really good casting. In live action, that would be good casting too. Like, not only in animated as a voice, but also live action. Tyler Perry was good as Baxter, but this would be peak Baxter right here. We got Bebop Rocksteady, which we saw in the trailer. And it seems like with the mutants in this film, they're going to be a lot more thick and funny-like, which I hope they still do good in the action, and the action is still entertaining and high quality action like it was in Spider-Verse, which I'll get to the Spider-Verse comparisons in a bit. Bebop Rocksteady, and then we got Mondo Gecko. I love Mondo Gecko. Mondo Gecko is a funny character. I really like Mondo Gecko. We got Wingnut, freaking fire. Leatherhead, fire. The fact that this is his first film debut is kind of crazy. Leatherhead is peak. Ray Fillet, played by Post Malone. Post Malone as Ray Fillet is insane. And then we also got Genghis Frog. The mutants. There's so many mutants in this film, and it's making me gush. And then we got Cynthia Utrom, which at first I was so confused. I was like, Cynthia Utrom, I do not know who this is. But obviously it's an Utrom. But I was like, who's Cynthia Utrom? This is a specific character that I know. But Ultron are in this film. Krang are in this film. If you're not familiar with Ultron, Krang in this film, and that might just reveal the story right there. The Krang are going to be wreaking havoc with mutagen and creating all these different mutants, which causes a problem for the Turtles, and they gotta rally against these mutants. It's going to be so sick, and we have no word on the Shredder yet either. So I'm very excited. We're not even going to talk about the caramelized piano version of the original Ninja Turtles theme song, because I could talk all day about that. Like, seriously, that was... To see this film and see the future trailers of this film, Shredder in the future is going to be amazing. Supposedly we could be getting some shows following this film on Paramount Plus, which I'd be very interested in, and possibly a Shredder show would be so sick. But Ninja Turtles is back, man. Ninja Turtles is back. And I know it hasn't necessarily left, since we had the rise of the TMNT film. We also had the rise of the TMNT show. But it's fully back. It's not just Rise that's running on, where if you don't like Rise and you have nothing else, TMNT is back and I love it. This trailer was so good. The mutants, the animation style is beautiful. So many comparisons to Spider-Verse, but this animation style is so different that when I watched this trailer, I didn't even think of Spider-Verse. And I love the Spider-Verse films, but when I watched this trailer, I did not think of Spider-Verse. The animation in this film is so different, and it's obviously going to be compared because in a way it's inspired and took in pages out of the Spider-Verse book. The way that Brooklyn looks in Spider-Verse compared to the way that New York looks in this trailer, so different, but they're both so visually stunning and beautifully beautiful. And the bridge, oh my goodness, the animation in this film is amazing. The Ninja Turtles, the way that they move, their charisma is pure Ninja Turtles, and I love that they're really tapping into the teenage aspect of them. Something that us Turtle fans have wanted to see really dived into, and this is what we're getting here, and I love it. There is a little bit of a worry that this will be pure comedy film and not as heavy on the story, so you won't get as much development with the Turtles. You won't get as much mutant action, mutant mayhem, as the title says. But I am very optimistic, and even if we don't get as much as I'm looking for, it's going to be amazing just to see a good Turtles film and see the Turtles and hang out with the Turtles in the theater again. It's been a hot minute since I was able to indulge in some new Turtles. I rewatched the 2012 episode so much, 2003 episode so much. I've rewatched the film so much, the original cartoon. But to see something new and a new adaptation of Turtles gets me hyped. But yeah, this is my opinion. Give me your opinion in the comments below. Your opinion on this trailer and everything to do with it. This film is going to be amazing. I'm super excited. Subscribe. It truly goes a long way. Join the Turtle community. And yeah, have a best day, buddy.